up at you out in the deep end, trying to catch your eye every day, every weekend. To see you smile, I jump off the edge, cause right now I don't know if you know I exist. Fireworks in the summer sky, wish I could just show you how you're blowing my mind. Got me spinning around and around and around. Now all I can think about is how I could love you forever. I could love you forever. Tell me, what if you knew? Would you feel it too? Oh, because you're killing me, just like a 10 out of 10 from a movie screen. Tell me, what do I do just to get a little close to you? I know you're so out of my league. Call me a love-struck kid, but I'm swinging for the fences.
Hey guys, welcome back to rBeatz Sessions. I'm Jess with rBeatz, and I'm so excited about today's guest. We have a true triple threat: artist, actor, and dancer Canaan Cox. Okay, he is contemporary country pop, but he's got a little R&B flair in there. Out of Henderson, North Carolina, now in Nashville, based in Nashville. And we've got some very exciting announcements today to talk about. Canaan, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you? Thanks for having me on.
Of course, so well. Yeah, so as you guys saw, we started off the clip with a little bit of Wendy Peffercorn, which is your latest single. That song makes me so unbelievably happy. Like just rolling in and
Good.
having that enter the whole interview is like perfect. So now let's just kick this off with this newest announcement. You have this single, but it's a part of an album that you're releasing. So can you tell me more about that?
Yes, so we've dropped 3 singles so far in 2024. We have Don't Want to Fall Asleep, Don't Want to Wake Up, and then Winnie Peffercorn, yeah, just dropped last week. And now those 3 will become a part of a 7-song project, so 4 new songs. And yeah, dropping off April 12th, which is just coincidentally the first day of the US tour. So yeah, just giving people some new music to listen to and get pumped for tour. So we are really excited. Been hard at work over the last just a couple months getting it all done. So it's exciting to
Yeah.
be done with it on a business side. It's good to just be like, it's done, it's over, it's out until we just gotta wait to drop it
Yeah.
now. So
Right. That's the best place to be, I feel. I mean, there's just so much work that goes into this. And one of the reasons I was so happy to get you on the show today is because I feel like you are one of the hardest working artists that I know. I mean, you're
thank you.
always doing something. You're up to 300 or 630,000 monthly listeners just on Spotify. And one of the things that I love about your art, you're always releasing these songs, but you're so into the production and videos as well. It's like there's always an idea with what you're doing, almost like a Canaan Cox lore, if you will,
Yeah, yeah, I love that.
I do too. There's so much going on in there. And I just tell me more about that process, because that's more than being a musician to me. I mean, you've got like this full spectrum and lots of ideas. And then there's dance involved in a lot of these videos. So yeah, what is that like for you to be able to express yourself on all of those parameters?
Yeah, I mean, I think it all comes with being a musical theater major. I think
Ah,
yeah, my BFA in musical theater from Catawba College, there just outside of Charlotte. Um, and so I think a lot of that music has always been the goal. Yes, I went to school for theater, but we played in bands and such and stuff like that. And so I think, especially in this music over the last couple of years, as things have progressed and gotten quote unquote, more successful, it's definitely, I've dove a little bit more into those kind of elements. I think in the studio, you'll hear me say magic all the time. I'm always like, how do we make this more magical? Like, how do we and there are times, I mean, even from writing the song, there's certain songs, I will write it out almost like a script, literally like a movie.
yeah.
Like, cool, he's at the table and she just tells him that she's, I don't know, whatever, she's leaving him for somebody else or whatever. And does he get up? Does he throw a fit? Does he just leave and not say anything at all? Does she cry? And it's one of those things. And It's always fun to write in other rooms, because not that I think I'm some amazing person, but I think it's a little bit different than what you're used to writing. Sometimes I love to really hone in on like so specific things, like really specific details. Just because I think authenticity wins. And when it comes to the video side of it, I mean, if I could do videos for every song, I would. I mean, again, musical theater. I love to act, which
Yeah.
is something that we are venturing into this year. Um, but I direct, I edit, I produce, and that's not just because it saves me money as a as a budget, but I love to do it. It's one of my little like I sent the latest video that we have that's coming on the album to one of my guys in the industry or whatever, and he was like, "Man, like this, like where do you come up with this stuff?" And mostly it's in my sleep. Mostly that's kind of the deciding factor. It's like if I'm up at 2 a.m. rolling over in my head, like creating treatments and storyboards for music videos, I'm always like, I have to do this. Like I have to do this kind of video for it. And yeah, and so it's so fun to do, to be able to bring, you write the song and it's one thing, and then you kind of get to show someone else a little bit a different maybe perspective of the song, or maybe what they thought it was. And it's not even necessarily, I wrote the song and this is the way I'm seeing it. And there's other people who, listen to it back and have a different meaning to the song. And I'm not being like, hey, this video is what it's supposed to be. No, it's just
Right.
there are certain times when things just kind of pop up in my head. I'm like, what would be such a cool idea for this? And it usually there's like 5 different ideas. And sometimes I'll talk to my crew and my team. I'm always like, all right, cool. Here's my, like, if I had $500,000 budget idea, and then here's this idea, and then here's this idea. And then
Right.
we try to mesh the worlds of like, hey, what could we feasibly do as an independent artist?
Yeah.
But
Well,
it's worked out well so far.
yeah, it really has. I mean, like I said, I totally enjoy every time you're coming out with something, because I know I'm in for something totally like just a fresh idea out of your head, so we can all get a
Yeah.
little picture into that creativity. I love it. So you had talked about going to school. I wanted to talk just a little bit about your background, because you had done a couple things after college before moving over to Nashville. And on our show, we kind of like to talk about the stepping stones to getting to where you are at this point. So, can you tell me a little bit more about, how you kind of got started in Nashville and, all of that?
Yeah. I mean, like you said, I'm from Hendersonville, North Carolina, so up in the woods, just south of Asheville. So I grew up a lot with, I knew how to play the fiddle, the mandolin. I grew up a lot with like bluegrass music. So it's always been the goal. It's always been a dream. I wouldn't just say music, but again, to hone off of what we just said, but entertainment, I think would be a better description of what I would like to do, is just in the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
But music was definitely a big part of it. And then after college, went again, BFA musical theater, and I quickly got a job in Six Flags, Fiesta, Texas, in San Antonio, doing the big shows there. And then I fell in love with a girl, and she got on
Yes.
cruise ships. No, this is not the happy one. This is not the happy one. A girl, and she got on cruise ships, and I was like, man, I don't really have any dreams of doing that. That's always sounded fun. I always knew that was a job, to go on there and perform. And I was like, cool. I guess I want to be together, and so I went on there, and I just played in like the pubs and the poolside, just me and my guitar, solo acoustic stuff. Yes, so not to get too deep into all of that story, but yes, it was just the stepping stone too. But it was always I wanted to go to Nashville, and actually, literally on my first cruise, I met a pretty important person's manager in the country music space, and he was just on the cruise and heard me singing, and he kind of told me who he was, and I was like, cool, like any words of wisdom or anything, and he just said, all I can say is you need to be there. If you want to do this, you just need to be in Nashville. Um, and yeah, so I did a couple more cruises, obviously being in your early 20s, and the hardest part of your job was to sing songs by the pool, and you wake up in the next morning and you're in Greece, and the next morning you're in Spain. I'm like, this is a little hard to step away from. But I always knew that was the goal. So I literally told my agent, I said, hey, I want to do Australia and Alaska. I want to see those two spots. I want to do a contract in both, and then I'm done. And that's what I did. So 2017, moved up here in Nashville, just right at the fall, and didn't know anyone. I just came and did the downtown scene for a little bit, but again, I try to at least tell artists, or a lot of people are always like, oh, you're in Nashville, like you playing anywhere downtown? And I'm like, hell no, I'm not playing anywhere downtown. It's just, no, like I have, and it's not necessarily what you think. I was like, I've got my own show coming up in May if you were there then, but it was a good, learning lesson. It was really cool to be, downtown, to be able to bring, just got off the ships playing 4 hours of music by myself, 10 days in a row. So it was cool to kind of bring that over into the Broadway world. And then knowing that I didn't want to be just playing wagon wheel for $20, I was like, cool, like how do I venture out of this? How do I do this? And so just started literally looking at anywhere outside of Nashville, even if it was just like 40 minutes, 30 minutes. But I actually started to branch way the hell out and playing at like breweries, an Applebee's, literally just like, hey, cool, on a Wednesday night, I'm traveling through and just like making my own kind of acoustic tours. I'm like, give me $100 and a plate of tacos, and I will kind of just sit in the corner and play some music for you guys. And a lot of people were like, yeah, cool, that sounds great. So I did that for a good year, and things started to progress on the music front with, we did a small like radio campaign, which is to secondary radio. So it's not like the big stations, but more in like the rural areas. But that did pretty well for me, and it got me out of my serving job. When I got here, I just started serving down in Brentwood, and I was like, oh, this is actually, I don't have to do this anymore. I'm actually able to go and book shows and do those kind of things. Again, just like cover stuff, but it was still, I'd rather do that than serve food. So to speed this up along, I could sit here and talk about it for days, but did the acoustic thing, the music, the radio thing took off. I then started doing full band shows, again, just cover scene things, just playing all the time. When we were out on the road, 3 days a week, all year round for a while, just playing just the road warrior thing. The weekend warrior is what we call it. And then the phone started to ring in 2019. An agency called and they were like, how the hell are you playing so many shows and some of these venues that like we try to get our artist into? I was like, I don't know. I have a good email. I sent a professional looking email with a one sheet, and I don't know. This might be a ginger thing. I don't know. But it's working. And so W and me at the time was like, cool, yeah, let's do this. It's just started opening up for some people and some festivals as well. But then 2020 happens, which some people see glass half full, some people have glass half empty. I'm a glass half full kind of guy. And honestly, it was the best. I try to tread lightly with this, subject, because a lot of people, lost their whole livelihoods and things like that. Right. But for me, it was great. I loved it. It kind of put little things in perspective for me, and then opened up a lot more doors. And and so there's I could go down. It's a whole nother path. I'm just going to answer the question asked.
It's all brought you
that's
here.
How I got. Yeah, 2020 happened, and then some things other happened, and then that opened some doors. But like you said, the hard work part in the beginning, it definitely was just like, do this, and then it got you here, and then it's like, now you need to do even more work, and it was here, and this got here, and it's like, cool.
Right.
It's like, cool, then you got to do this, and it just feels, I could talk about it for days.
Exactly right. But getting back to the COVID stuff, when we're talking about what's important to us, your love story and the situation, I want to talk about it a little bit. First, I want to go ahead and roll a clip. I know your wife has appeared in a couple videos. So what I want to do is play a little bit of the one that's coming up on the new album. This is called Don't Want to Wake Up. So let's cue that and then bring it back, and I want to talk about it.
That way you dance around the house, turning the hardwood into clouds under your feet is all I'll ever need. Sometimes when I look to my right and see you on the passenger side, I can't believe that you're here with me. Baby, I don't remember closing my eyes. It don't feel like real life the way you look tonight. I'm mesmerized because, baby, you're way too good to be true. And I ain't got a clue what I did on this earth to deserve an angel's love. You're everything that I've been dreaming.
When I see this, it just makes me so happy for you because I see the love between you guys,
Yeah.
and I also absolutely love it was like a swing dance routine I think you had on Wish, which is another
Mhm.
video everybody needs to definitely check out. But tell me more about this situation. We also have another little wonderful piece of news, so I'll let you take the floor on that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, Kimberly and I, the cruise ship, we met. She was a dancer on the cruise ships. There's again as another long story, but we'll make it as short as possible. But yeah, we met on cruise ship. We didn't date very long, but like when you know, you know. Um,
Yeah.
and so we only dated for a few months, and then we got on different ships and did long distance, and then broke up. That was all on me. I just again, 25 years old, naive, definitely not the same person mentally, all the things. You're young, you're stupid,
Right.
you make mistakes. But looking back, I'm so glad it happened just because of everything that's happened. But anyways, but she was always the one. Literally 3 years passed by. I was in, Nashville and doing my thing. And then, yeah, the phone just rings and it's her. And like we never missed a single step. It was just like, hey, what? How are you? I've waited to hear from you for 3 years because I've reached out a couple of times before. Um, my first UK tour, I booked acoustically back in 2018, and I played London, Manchester, and she's from Norfolk, which is like on the northeast part. And everyone was like, "Why the hell are you playing in Norfolk?" I was like, because it's kind of more of the backwoods. It's not really big city vibes. But I was like, I didn't say it, but I was in hopes that she might, see a poster
Yeah.
or see something like that. To make the story even cuter, she wasn't at the show, but later we found out the reason that she wasn't at the show was that was actually the night that she gave birth to George. And I didn't even know this. And so like George obviously is not biologically mine. I've adopted him last year. And he, we joke around, like we're very honest with him about everything. And
Yeah.
I was like, man, I wasn't there, but we literally learned. I didn't know. We didn't figure it out till like Instagram popped up, and it was like a year ago or
Oh,
2 years ago, and I was like, babe, I was like, I wasn't there, but I was there. I was
yeah,
right
you were
down the
there.
street. I was literally 10 minutes from the hospital, playing a show in hopes to see you. But yeah, you were having our little dude. Um,
Yeah.
so that was a little. When we figured that out, I got cold chills. But yes, we reconnected.
Yeah.
And then obviously it just took a second to get, on the same page with her being from the UK and me being here. And there's, a kid involved. And I just, I hadn't, wasn't a part of the plan that was going on in my life at the time. This was, right as things started to progress. I
Right.
was like, so we weren't on the same page. It took about a year to finally get there. And then one of the beautiful parts of COVID kind of happened and just kind of put everything into perspective and, slowed everything down. And we both finally got on the same page and got married, adopted George, and yeah, as of last week, literally, she's a week and a day old, but had our little girl, Billy Griffin, and she's doing great, and she's right downstairs, and it's cute as could be. So
Oh my gosh. I've got
there we
the
go.
chills too. It's just such a true love story entangled with
Yeah,
all of this art and, with both of you being so talented. I love it. It's so beautiful. And then speaking of the UK and all of the magic, you're going to be heading back there. You've got a whole tour planned, you've got US cities planned. You've got a bunch of UK cities planned. It's called the Lost and Found Tour. And this is, I'm assuming, your push for the new album, Let It Run. So I want to roll a clip because you have been there before, and I just kind of want to get people into the vibe of, seeing you in Edinburgh for a bit. So let's
For
roll that
sure.
real quick.
Oh shoot, it's happening.
Last show of the tour, baby. This has been overwhelmingly amazing. I think it's just truly the fans and building off of what you guys give me. So thank you guys so much. Hopefully we'll see you next year.
I tell everyone I hate you. Got everybody in this town for me. I tell everyone I hate you, but the truth is I hate me more.
Cheers, Bill. This is Bill's last one for now. For now. Cheers, everyone. I love you all.
Love you.
This has been awesome. Let's go play one more. That wraps up UK tour. London, Norwich, Manchester, Glasgow, and Edinburgh. You were all beautiful. Thank you guys so much. We had people fly from the Netherlands, Madrid, and Spain. We had people come from Ireland, driving 10 and a half hours, which I know for you guys is a very long way. I do this all myself, so it means the world when you guys come out, purchase tickets, and get merch, and seeing you guys sing my words back to me. Truly, I don't know how to describe it, but thank you guys so much. And hopefully we'll be back next year. So stay tuned, and we'll see you then.
All of that.
Unusable content.
All of that is
Okay,
usable.
I'm fire this later.
Sorry, go ahead. This is it. Needed that.
So
I did
wild.
need that so bad.
You say that? What?
I said I did need that. At the end of the clip, it says I needed that while I was screaming out of the window. Because, driving on wrong side of the road, on the wrong
I
side
was
of the
just
car,
gonna say.
with the transmission or with the gear shift on the other side of your body. And I think I have at least like 25 minutes of footage of me just going through roundabouts. And we lost count, but it was a good 60% me stalling out in a roundabout but no one died. We got there all safe. But yeah, I think their gears, because like I grew up when I learned how to drive, it was like on this 70s Chevy truck, and like the difference between first and second is here, and third's up
right.
here. You're like,
Yeah.
there. It's like the whole gearbox is this. It's like first, second, third, fourth, and so every time to slow down, I would always think I was in first, but I was in third, trying to like go and
Yeah.
like I'm sorry,
Wild.
I'm not American. Don't look at me.
Oh my gosh, what a
But
learning
yes,
curve. That's
yeah,
so wonderful. I love to see that. I think it's unbelievable that you're able to do that. All the way in a whole other across the pond, so to speak,
yeah.
and then you're going back. I'm assuming you guys are pretty pumped about it, right?
We are pumped. Hold on, sorry. There we go. It was last time we went, I hadn't been back. We had a 2020 tour planned, and then obviously that happened, and then everything still was kind of shut down. And so we went back in 2023. And it just even the jump from when I went in 2019 to then was obviously crazy. And now I think it wasn't even like a month after the tour, I turned around and just messaged some of the venues back, and I was like, do you guys just want to, revamp, like just call it a day and let's do another one at the same time next year? Of course, there were like scheduling conflicts, and some certain venues already had things in different spots. But yeah, so it would quickly to just turn around and do it again, and tickets are going so great, better than last time. And I'm
Wonderful.
obviously Kimberly is from there, and so it's always just kind of nice to kind of go over, and we're playing that in the middle of the tour, so it's kind of good to just not feel like it's tour. It's like, oh, cool, we got 3 days off in Norwich to hang.
That's wonderful. Yes, you guys, tickets are definitely available right now. We'll make sure that all of those links are available for you guys to check that out. And speaking of, the UK, I think we've got a little fun thing planned here. I know that Canaan is a big Harry Potter fan as well as me.
Yes.
So what we're going to do, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back And we're going to see how much Canaan Cox really knows about his Harry Potter trivia. All right, taking a break. Catch you in a minute.
Life lived in the absence of the psychedelic experience that primordial shamanism is based on is life trivialized, life denied, life enslaved to the ego.
All right, guys, let's kick it off. Canaan Cox does Harry Potter trivia. Let's go ahead
I'm
and cue up the
scared.
intro. You got this. You got it. Woo! All right. Question number 1. Who scored Hedwig's theme? Is it Thomas Newman, Bear McCreary, John Williams, or Hans Zimmer?
Hans Zimmer would be insane, but it's John Williams.
You know it. You know it's John Williams.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah!
All right. Yeah, that's right. That's right. See, I knew you were going to kill this. You're going to crush it. All
That's
right.
the first
Next.
question.
All right.
Let's
Queuing
see.
up the next. All right, Johnny. All right, we've got where is the secret entrance to the Chamber of Secrets? Is it the Whomping Willow, the bathroom of Moaning Myrtle, the Room of Requirement, or the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom?
B, the bathroom of Moaning Myrtle.
You know it. You know it. See? I mean, I told you you're going to win. You're going to win this. All right.
Let's go.
We've got it. I will stump you at one point. Let's just see here. All right, next up. We've got which magical creatures can Luna see with her specter specs? Is it the Cornish pixies, Thestrals, Raxburghs, or the guarded gnomes?
B, Thestrals.
Oh. She can see the Thestrals because that's when you view death, but with the specter specs, that's how she could see the Raxburghs. Remember when Harry was like kind of on the train, Draco got some. It's all right.
Gotcha.
It's all right. It's all
Whatever.
right. We still.
Interview's over.
All right, you might get this next one. Let's cue it up. All right.
Let's see.
All right. We've got what wood is Harry's wand made from?
Oh my God.
This might be a little tricky. I know. It might be a little tricky. All right. We got birch, holly, ash, or oak.
I'm going to go with B, Holly.
Woo! Look at that. You've got a magical intuition right there. I will say this, this next one would probably I would probably get this wrong. So let's just cue it up.
All right. Let's see.
A little tricky. How many times did Gilderoy Lockhart win which weekly's most charming smile award? 5, 6, 3, or 4 times?
Oh my God. My brain is playing that movie back in my head and wondering how many times. Let's go with C, 3.
Oh, close. We've got 5-time winner. That was really, I think that was the hardest one of the batch, though, to be honest with you. Okay. So the next one, we're going to queue up. What is the name of the magical creature that can only be seen by those who have witnessed death? The unicorn, basilisk, centaur, or thestral?
Okay, that one is Thestral.
See, there we go. Redemption. Okay,
There
you
we
got
go.
it.
There we go.
You got it. Totally. Totally. All right. See, you're in the swing of it. You got this.
We got it.
All
We're
right.
good.
Next up, we've got who sent Harry his firebolt? Was it McGonagall, Sirius Black, Fred Weasley, or Peter Pettigrew?
It is McGonagall.
Oh, so close. So close.
No, it was.
So it totally,
serious?
so listen, she totally gave him like that first,
Yeah. She.
right. But Sirius Black in, what is it? Order of the Phoenix.
In the third.
Or
in
not
the
Order of the
third
Phoenix,
one.
the third one, Prisoner of Azkaban. That's what it was. Yeah, you know how he gets
I
that
was
little.
gonna say. I
that
literally
was
we saw it. Get out of here.
I think
Get
it's
outta
tricky
here.
because she did get. All right. Let's keep it
Yeah.
rolling. All right, next up. What magazine does Xenophilius Lovegood publish? Daily Prophet, Leaky Cauldron Times, Green Got Business, or The Quibbler?
The Quibbler.
We know. That's it. He's got the Quibbler going on. How can you not? All right, we've got 4 left here. So what is Argus Filch's big secret? He is in love with his cat. He's a Death Eater. He's a squib. Or he's deaf in one ear.
I mean, it's definitely A and C, but it's C.
You're so right. A and C. You know, I came up with those answers myself, so that is nice that you say A
Look
and
at
C.
you.
Okay.
Yes. I guess it's not a secret though.
Yeah, it's a pretty. I wish there was more about that in the movies, to be honest. There's so much in the books
Yeah.
that I wish, but everyone says all that. All right, real quick, this next one. What is Hermione's Patronus? Is it a swan, doe, otter, or terrier?
Otter.
Otter. There we go. What do you think yours would be? Have you thought about it?
Yeah, I think about it all the time, and it would be like a herd of raccoons. It would just be
Oh,
like a little,
that's
like a little mischievous raccoon. You know,
I love that. That's great.
that's what it would be.
All right, queuing up the next one. What is Ron's middle name? Is it Bilious, Loxley, Rowan, or Percy?
I can hear his mom's voice yelling it out. It is A. Bilious.
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 Does she say it in the Howler? I feel like she might have done a full name in there. I don't know.
Yeah,
Pretty wild.
it's either there or when they get back from the car scene.
Oh, yes. All
Yeah.
right. Final question. Let's cue it up here. Which spell did Harry cast at Snape right before it was revealed that he was the Half-Blood Prince? Vulnera Senator, Levicorpus, Sectum Sempra, or Expelliarmus?
Si, Septum Sempra.
That's right. All the secrets of Snape. I would say you definitely did pretty great with that. You've got the magic
did
in
great.
you, Canaan. I knew you would kill it. It's great.
Thank you.
There it is. All right. Well,
Got all
Canaan,
kinds of Harry Potter stuff.
that's perfect. Well, we wish you all the best of luck on this US tour, the UK tour. You guys definitely make sure you find where Canaan has got pre-saved links for the new album that we will link below. You're on every platform, Spotify, Amazon, iTunes, everywhere you guys can find Canaan. Thank you so much for being on the show
Thanks.
today. I had a blast. Okay.
Thanks
Well,
for having me on.
good. Yeah. Well, good luck to you and yours. Sending all our love. And you guys, I'm Jess with rBeatz, and we'll catch y'all next time.
See ya.
Here we go again.
I demand